YouTube.
Which means...
Make it with Roy. I hate how long this thing takes to come on. Meow. What do we got? Oh, you're so freaking mellow, man. I should have pulled you some racing videos just to cheer you up a little bit.
Wake you up with Stephanie.
The what? You're depressing me.
The sweet delights of makeup with Stephanie. Well, you wanted mellow, so now you're getting it.
And now I'm freaking out.
See, it never doesn't matter what I do.
I'm just kidding. It's cool.
Wrong.
It's cool. Well, you usually are, so I mean, but whatever. We got the Neutrogena Hydro Boost, which is my fave, in flushed coral. Speaking of coral, I can't wait for summer.
It's too hot. When's winter coming?
I never complain about it being too hot.
Mark this in the annals of
You want to talk more crap, buddy? Let's go. No, I'm just kidding. We're going on Facebook. Leave me alone. Maybe. I like to give it a minute. Really just.
So we can sit in silence.
Yeah.
You want to hear more mellow.
Stop talking.
There's that funky slow guitar music that comes on every Monday through Friday on IE Newswire.
It's going on.
Live at 5. On Twitch, Facebook, and
there it is on YouTube. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and share us all over your world, and head over to our Twitch account and hit that purple follow button too. Welcome back, buddy.
See, you really love the hyperbolic, on the go.
I like it when you're happy.
Explode.
This mellow and hardly talking. It's like it's not you. It scares me.
Exactly. Well, it's it's an example though. You can't make somebody into something they're not.
Right. That's why I just have the time I don't like you, and it's fine. I mean, I accept that. But it's when you change, and then I panic. I'm just kidding. I like you most of the time.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. we need a truth meter on here.
No, we don't. Really? Let's skip that. We'll be good.
Well, not actually. Actually, it does. I don't know. I have been following news. Actually, for once, probably the first day in 2021 that it hasn't been an absolutely exploding news day. Or have I been missing something?
You've been missing stuff. I think you've just been busy with some personal stuff going on.
Well, possibly true. So,
but that's fine, because then, you know, it's Flash Friday. We're just going to have fun. We're going to flash through the day, get ready for the weekend. What?
Flash Friday.
Why not? I went with it.
And I like it.
Because we're flashing through the day. There's flash floods. There's flashes in the sky. There's probably some. Anyways, carry on.
I wanted to see how you were working or how.
See,
you were
but I dug myself out and I shut up before I got too far with that.
Maybe
I learned a little something.
Yeah, maybe you're learning that first law of holes.
Never.
Well,
I don't. I mean, maybe one day I will, but it just makes life boring. You gotta live a little, you know.
Almost a week ago, Carla Thornton, council member of the 2nd District, Moreno Valley, passed away. Memorial service is set for 5 o'clock at the city's Veterans Memorial. Oh.
It's set for February 5th.
February 5th. What did I say?
At 10 a.m. You said 5 o'clock.
Oh, 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
I was looking at the February 5.
Yeah.
That's where I get that.
Yeah. You had it.
Of that. So, yes, at what, 10 o'clock?
At 10 a.m., yes. on February 5th. That is next Friday, I believe.
That's there at Alessandro and Frederick, right at the City Hall, in between the Parks and Rec Center and City Hall at the Veterans Memorial. They will have a service for Carla Thornton for anybody that wants to attend and pay your last respects to.
Which I love that they're
Carla
doing that, and I like that they're opening up for the public. I was really hoping to attend something for her. That's really cool. Really thoughtful.
One of the things, and I want to get into something that I've had on tap all week, is just that it's been such a crazy news week. Again, as the aforementioned, 2021 is like 2020 on steroids. But
yeah, it is.
We all, Andy Cuomo, which I call the evil twin governor with the Gavin Newsom. And I don't know why New York, maybe they don't have a recall position in the state of New York. But if you do, you should be joining us Californians in recalling that piece of trash, Andy Cuomo, of the governor of New York. Because not only are the numbers growing bigger, we thought it was, or the numbers we were released were 5,000 nursing home patients who were in the hospital with COVID were sent back to the nursing homes. Not only was that almost a death sentence to them, but the other members that were in the nursing homes and everybody else, where we knew they were the ultra most vulnerable population
Keep going.
of doing that. So,
Thank you.
when we, it's been breaking this week, and this is on Fox News. One of the reporterettes was on there, and she was hopping mad. Yeah, Janice Dean, the weather lady at Fox, and she said, I have nothing to do with the politics. I come on and tell you about the weather. 2 of her in-laws died of COVID, were in the nursing home, and she wanted answers why. And obviously, since she has a big platform to do that, that got a lot of attention. And Governor Andrew Cuomo basically gave Janice Dean the middle finger and said, well, I don't have to tell you anything anyway like anybody else. Well, that torched off some more investigations and digging, and maybe some people leaked some information. But this is a report on Fox News. Dagan McDowell, Andrew Cuomo's career might be over after a new nursing home report. And if we can get Newsom and Cuomo out, happy days will be here again. But here's the report on Fox News, and this lady's hot.
Was how many of New York's elderly did Governor Andy Cuomo have a hand in killing? And now we're beginning to find out. He signed that order in late March that sent COVID-positive patients back into nursing homes and prevented those very facilities from even testing them for COVID. He blamed everyone for his negligence, from Mother Nature to Fox News to the New York Post. He had the audacity to write a book on leadership and even accept an Emmy, and he still, to this day, accepts no responsibility for what he did. In the meantime, he played politics with the vaccine rollout, and he still stonewalled and dismissed families begging for an accounting of what happened to their relatives in those very nursing homes. How many of their loved ones died? And in fact, he's so sick, he sicked one of his henchmen on Janice Dean, who was crusading to find out, a grieving Janice Dean, who lost both of her in-laws because of COVID in nursing homes. One of his henchmen said she should stick to the weather. During an appearance earlier this week, Governor Cuomo said this: incompetent government kills people. More people died than needed to die in COVID. That's the truth. Well, that's him. That's on him. Monster, sociopath, human emetic. Take your pick. My guess is his political career is over. Maybe his bro can get him a job on TV.
I mean, the absolute arrogance of someone to tell a reporter or just a grieving person. You imagine if he tells a high-profile figure like Janice Dean basically to stick it up your rear. I don't have to answer to you. I don't care that your in-laws died because of my actions. Tough tomatoes. And I'm putting that very nicely.
Yeah, you are. I don't see why he would do that to himself, though, either. Like, why wouldn't you just, I mean, something. Anything. Right? Agree with
Can
you.
you see the outright evil in these people?
I'm beginning to. But then there's still that part of me that wants to be like, no, that's not true. Like, just hit off on the video player. It's not going to happen, is it? Are we going to wake up anytime soon?
No.
Can I pinch you and see?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, that's not fun.
Because that's not going to work. Because that's what they are. Like Gavin Newsom. I can party at $1,000 dinner and drinks. Break all the COVID rules. But you can't have grandma over for Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas or whatever. You are the problem. I am not.
Heartbreaking.
It's been pervasive throughout our society. And, we talk about it a lot on this show. In politics, politics plays, whether you pay attention to it or not, it plays an important part of your life. But politics isn't what really drives any state, any era and time of what is actually happening. What really drives the politics is the culture in that particular area. And I brought it out a lot of times, and I'll take the brickbats, and I'll continue to say it because I think the evidence really suggests that true, and I think it gets proved each and every day with the with the weaponizing whiteness, the white fragility, and the racism chant, and it's all directed at who. It's directed to people like me wearing the cowboy hat, the straight white male. I said there's been a war on us for decades. This probably started really in earnest. I'm going to say, if you can mark the start of it, was the feminist movement, the Now crowd in the 60s that started that. And you heard the word equality and all this other, and we've been going down this path that's got us to this point that we are, that we see ourselves today in 2021. That latest video is just one in 1,000, 10,000, 10 million examples of what the hell is going on and what is going wrong, and it's all driven by culture. The politics is just a reflection of the culture. This is an EV magazine written by S.G. Che. She's a immigrant from China and became a United States citizen. She writes a lot in EV magazine. About a week ago, she came up with this: the feminization of men cheats women out of our natural desire to admire strong men. And, I mean, that's kind of the hillbilly way of saying it is, women, you're going to rue the day when you're going to try and make women out of all of us men. And I think that's basically... she puts it much more eloquently than I do, but I think it's along the same lines, and we're gonna examine or break down this article, and I'm really especially would like your opinion on this. So here we go with
Let's do it.
S.G. Che's article. Despite feminist propaganda, nothing is worse for a woman than to realize she's stronger than her man.
Agreed.
Have you ever noticed how as a woman, we seem to be living in a peculiar age today? ? Materially, I should say, it has never been easier for most women to fulfill their physical needs. Clean water, abundant food, safe dwellings, these needs are readily available to us. Yet spiritually, as a whole, Most women are still starved for fulfillment. Emphasis. Surveys have shown how women today are drowning in a sea of unhappiness, despite the progress they've achieved in attaining equality with men. Could it be perhaps the reason behind this wave of unhappiness in so many women's lives arose from the diminishing power of masculine strength? Question mark.
Oh, crap. Well, this puts me in a weird spot, though, because as most know, I am going through a divorce. So I think that kind of sums up a lot of this article. I don't think that I think a gentleman is no longer anymore in the world. I don't think it's because women wanted it that way, though. I don't think so at all. I think women might want a sensitive man to hear them and listen to them, but I don't think that they want what's out there right now. And I think a lot of men play video games way too much, or do the kind of like their own thing. I think men are more selfish these days than what they were before. To have a man open your car door, it's like a freaking shock.
Like a what?
Have a man open your car door or anything like that?
Is like a
shock.
Oh, a shock. I thought you said Chuck.
No. But like, there's no gentlemen out there anymore. I don't know. See, I'm biased on this subject, though.
Well, no.
And I know I am.
No, you're not. I mean,
I
you have
am,
a
though.
perspective of that. And I will tell you this. And have you, you probably
See,
would.
even Diane writes in, 100% Roy, real men no longer exist. I got to agree with her. I think women are now taking the matters into their own hands and taking care of themselves. Where before it was like kind of a mutual ground, like you do this part and I do this part. That doesn't exist anymore. Because I think women got so fed up with men's stuff, caught it, that we don't rely on them anymore.
Let's take the gentleman thing. Have you ever, well, you probably wouldn't, but I know I have been more than once, have been cussed out for opening the door for a woman.
Why would you be cussed out?
Like
I make my boys hold doors for women at the grocery stores and stuff like that. I would never expect them to be cussed out. Why would you be cussed out?
From you think you're superior to us.
Oh, well, she's just a bitter Betty, whoever that was.
And that was what was taught in the feminist movement. That that was the beginning, the Betty Friedan and all that, and the demasculization of men. And if you get constantly, and as we brought up, especially, what is it? Except for farming, which is 75%, but the top 10 most dangerous jobs are 90+% male. But they're the ones employed in that.
Okay.
Because we're, for lack of whether you want to say we're retarded, the physical strength part or whatever, we're more programmed to handle that kind of situation. That's just nature. There's nothing you or I, or you can go through the sensitivity training or whatever, try and equalize everything as much as you can. That's never going to change. And that's what they are doing. So I want to, and that's my take on it, and I think your perspective of that is coming up because overall, and it's been in the culture to chastise, make fun, especially of strong men, gentlemen, or doing that, or
so.
any through the that has been what it is. We don't, and as I think S.G. Chang pointed out, now that women have that, whether they can get it from the government or a man or their own beings or whatever,
right.
They have that ability, so they're looking to that. But this is, as she says, as she goes on the article, and we're going to get to the next part of this, I think this is where the culture has gone wrong. Womanhood in peril. Many have pondered the question of declining female happiness. It has left them baffled. Why are women today who enjoy more equality with men less happy than women in their grandmother's generation who lived under the alleged oppressive patriarchal rule? The trouble is, these people talk about women in terms of gender and sex. What they fail to consider is the concept of womanhood itself. In quotes, the masculine needs the feminine just as much as the feminine needs the masculine. Womanhood is special, and one of the most important aspects of a womanhood is the relationship it has to the concept of manhood. One can't fulfill itself without the other. The masculine needs the feminine just as much as the feminine needs the masculine. It's an eternal truth as old as the concept of yin and yang itself. Tragically, today, we're witnessing the extensive snuffing out of the masculine in our society. The yang is being suppressed. When the modern feminists proclaim that gender is just a made-up construct, understand that they're essentially belittling the sons of the eons of human experience. The masculine-feminine duality isn't the tool that the patriarchy used to oppress women, despite those anti-gender roles activists allege. Rather, it is an everlasting concept present in all mankind, whether it is Eastern, Western, or Native traditions.
I just think men don't exist anymore. I think that women just, I don't know. I think the whole world just wants to be whatever they think they can be. And they lost, like how they said, the yin and the yang. It was simple. It was this or that. And now everybody kind of wants a little bit of everything. And it's screwing up the two very simple things that were just kind of working. Does that make any sense, though?
Yes, I think you're finally hitting on the part of it. Yes, trying to make natural the unnatural is just going to create chaos.
But I still think that men are very manly. I think that they just don't show it. I think that they lost how to forget it. And I think women forgot how to be proper and women. I think the world's just going. But then, I mean, with COVID and everything going on too, it's hard to say. Everyone's kind of going crazy.
The natural feminine desire to admire strong men. You'll find that the masculine and the feminine are rooted in the same universal principle everywhere throughout human history. There's a unifying force that represents the feminine and the masculine in every variation of all cultures around the world. And they all share the same idea. Take the case of the ancient Oriental symbol of the yin and yang, where the yin represents female and the yang the male. Yin is the receptive and the yang is the active principle. Yin is characterized as slow, soft, yielding, diffusive, cold, wet, and passive, and is associated with water, earth, moon, femininity, and nighttime. Yang is contrast, the hard, fast, focused, and hot, dry, active, and associated with fire, sky, the sun, masculinity, and daytime. One can't overrule the other. Womanhood and manhood have to work in tandem, the symbol of continuity itself. Poetically, you can think about how the moon receives the light from the sun, and if her sun dries out, she too will stop shining. So when masculinity is taken away from manhood, womanhood will suffer along with his death. This is the tragedy we're observing in American society today. Men are constantly presented as losers, abusers, predators, and in many instances of pop culture, and therefore masculinity should be redefined, like when Harry Styles insists that manly men wear dresses.
What? Hey, no, stay right there. What is that?
That's Harry Styles.
And he's eating a freaking banana.
Yes.
Good God. That right there just sums up what the hell's going on wrong in the world.
Exactly. It's the culture and the making the unnatural natural, or trying to make the unnatural natural, which is impossible. A feminine man is an emotional wreck. Men are told to cry more.
No.
And to let go of their bottled up emotions, yet a masculine man is someone who holds a solid command of his emotions. When a man is driven by his emotions, he's less likely to make decisions based on rational thought and will often give into his feelings. Crime, abuse, violence, and cruelty are all aspects of his irrationally driven emotions. A man who fails to anchor his masculine energy will ultimately lead himself to self-destruction. Biologically, men are stronger than women. This is simply a fact. And knowing that the fact, a man who is self-aware about his own power knows he is capable of physically dominating a woman, which is why he has to keep his emotions in check at all times. Men who fail to keep their emotions under control are often dangerous to women and children. Think of domestic abusers. These abusive men are not guided by reason. There is no rational benefit to hurting your wife or kids. This inability to take control of their emotions is what drives them to physically abuse children and women. Therefore, it is crucial for men to understand and properly embrace their power and strength, and because within every man lies a warrior in knight who is capable of great harm if his masculine energy isn't properly channeled for the good, as likewise within every woman lies the nurturing of the devoting mother.
That was a lot. I think maybe men are just more insecure these days. Maybe that's what happened.
Oh, I see that all the time, especially as you take the millennials and the
right.
Zers. You said it
I
about.
mean, we can leave millennials out of it now. I feel like
I would say that, and especially who's been the one that's been raised on the 3x5 screen and the video
Zs.
games and all that.
Not millennials. Millennials created it. The Z ones are the ones that are kind of like enjoying it and utilizing it and abusing it.
You can see the progression of exactly what this is doing.
And see, I feel like millennials are kind of getting their act together, and I think a lot of them are waking up and realizing, where the Z generation is just like lost of what happened there. I mean, no offense, but oh my gosh, I'm getting to that age where it's like, back in my day, crap. No.
That's always.
But I think that men need to learn how to get their feelings across. I think every woman wants to know that their man has a heart and empathy in some way. But I think that they lost the manhood and the strength. And I think that women are kind of picking that up because the men are dropping the ball.
It is, and that's the problem with trying to make men into emotional creatures. If you do that...
See, but I don't think women are. I think there's men are kind of turning into little, itches.
Because they've been browbeat.
There's so many words I want to say there.
The culture has made, who is being made the devil, the oppressor.
But that's the men's fault. Why are women being blamed for that?
Because
be a man and don't blame a woman for you learning how to be a little wimp and suck it up, buddy.
I keep saying that all the time.
Suck it up, buttercup.
Stand up and say, where are all the men that are doing that? Where are all you fathers at the school board like the one we had yesterday? I mean, it's amazing to me. I mean, I go to the school board meeting and sometimes I'm the only one or two that are talking.
What's this?
I agree with you that, and I'm looking at that. I'm looking at where are the dads at the school board meetings or advocating for their kids, saying, open these damn schools up. You're harming my kids by what you're doing in our society today. And forget about everything else.
Like that one man that we had on our show yesterday at the board meeting in Virginia, you said, right? Or something like that? But now that was a man.
And go back to that. And I ain't going to mention any names, but I can tell you from this personally, sometimes the dirty looks or the no, don't say that. When a man steps up there and tells...
No, because you sound like a crazy man. Not to say names.
How did that guy sound in Virginia yesterday?
He was a passionate father.
He was pissed.
Yeah, he was.
And he was sounding like a crazy guy.
No, not really. No, I don't think he was. I'm kidding. Half the time you sound crazy. Well, sometimes you throw stuff out there that's on a personal level and people are like, what the hell is he talking about?
What more personal was that when he said, and I know somebody else that said the same thing.
No.
In that.
Did you?
If you can't do the job, have guts enough to step up the dais and do it.
Yeah.
And some of the dirty looks and stuff that I've gotten when I've said that.
Like that?
Because it's on videotape.
Is it?
Yes.
Anyways, that was a man.
And that's what I'm saying, is where are the men stepping up and saying the hell with that, and we're going to do it. We're not tolerating this crap anymore. And that's where you want to see your sons, they're looking at you each and every day. And they see you cowering under the corner or not doing anything. What do you think that message sends to them? And especially, and I will tell you this, kids will pick up on more, they pick up on more of the subliminal stuff than the actual stuff, and they can
Yeah, they do.
they can sense somebody that's strong, and they will gravitate to that. But you give them all 100% of the emotional you're gonna wind up you're gonna think 2020 and 2021 we're gonna look like that, and this was a cakewalk compared to if we let the unnatural, if we try to make the unnatural natural. And that's what I'm saying. Culture drives the way we are as a politics. Politics is a reflection of the culture at heart. And as I've said many times, you can bitch about this, or you can blame this or that, but really, in 98.7% of the time, just go look in the mirror, and that's where the problem's coming from. Gavin Newsom is not the problem. It's the people that voted for him. Nancy Pelosi are not the problem. It's the people that are voting for them, and the reasons they are voting for them to try. And
Sean's a real man.
And the reason they're doing it is to try and control you. Because
my
they've got to take masculine out in order for you to be a serf.
Hey guys, 1 minute.
Hi, Sean.
1 minute. Hi, Stephanie.
And that's in a much you want to sum it up. You can bitch about, you can talk about, you can tack on them little comments, but it means nothing unless you step up and get in the game. And you step up and stand up strong, and you tell the truth and let the chips fall where they may. And just as I said about the kids, the women pick up on that too. And they
30 seconds,
they
30
see you
seconds.
cowering under the corner and not doing anything, or not standing up for them and your kids. How do you think they're going to perceive you? And like I said, I've challenged the men, and I agree with you on that part. That's
Hey guys, here we go. 10 seconds.
1424018. Committee major funding from Prop 39 LLC, Rescue California. Recall Gavin Newsom.
IE Newswire Daily is on the air.
The following is a paid program. Views and claims expressed are those of the program producer and are not endorsed by this station. Opinions expressed are not necessarily those of radio station KMET, its management.
There's that funky slide guitar music that comes on every Monday through Friday at 5:30 on the Mighty Met. 1490 AM, broadcasting all over the airwaves in the Inland Empire on the AM band. Going across, joining our vast video audience on IE Newswire on Facebook, Twitch, and
On YouTube! Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and share us all over your world, and head over to our Twitch account, hit that purple follow button, and catch up with Ken and Neon Love Machine's comments. They're pretty hilarious on there.
of that. Which one are they on?
They're on Twitch.
They're on Twitch?
Yep.
They're twitching.
They're twitching out. Well, that sounds not good. I didn't realize that.
Yes,
Anyways.
you did.
No, I really didn't. This stuff just kind of comes out. Anyways, carry on.
You got to remember, this is on videotape and archived in the annals of history.
I know. I said I didn't realize. I don't realize what's coming out of my mouth until it's already done. I'm not saying I didn't say it. I know I said something stupid. I feel it every time. I'm just not planning on it. It just happens. So I don't know why I'm doing this show sometimes. That's why I sit here quietly, so I don't say anything dumb. Anyways, carry on. See how I'm going. Stop me.
Well, you said you thought you were learning the first law.
I'm not. I'm never going to. Just going to go back to pushing my buttons. Just sit over in my corner quietly like I'm in trouble.
Oh, boy. We had some, we covered the, there's going to be a memorial service for Carla Thornton, the former 2nd District councilwoman from Moreno Valley, who passed away a week ago. on February 5th at 10 a.m. I'll get it right this time. At the Veterans Memorial between City Hall and the Conference and Rec Center, right at the corner of Alessandro and Frederick. So if you would like to attend, pay your respects to Carla Thornton next Friday at 5 o'clock, February 5th. I don't
At
know
10 a.m.
At 10 a.m. See, I did it again.
You did.
Yeah, well, I did. I
That's
got
right.
one in there that was right.
You did. I'm proud.
Wow. Better stop while I'm ahead.
Yep. Does that mean we're off for the rest of the night? Dang it.
The Andy Como, as I call him, the evil with his evil twin Gavin Newsom, www.recallgavin2020.com. Get that clown out of there. And I don't know if you got a recall provision, but if you do, you should be recalling Andy Como of New York, because as the story is going of that. The numbers are growing by the day. Start out 5,000. What's it going to 7,500 to 10,000? Some think it might even go as high as 20,000. The amount of when we all knew the most vulnerable population was those in nursing homes with pre-existing conditions, and he sent 5,000 of them that were in the hospital back to the nursing home, making this pandemic, that they call it, the COVID-19, much worse, and not protecting the ones that you should have been protecting, but locking the rest of us down everywhere else and making our lives a living hell just because you punch drunk with power.
Yeah. We got a comment saying that our engineer's audio is blasting into YouTube. I'm not sure.
Give it a talk.
Well, we've been talking.
Oh, well.
I'll figure it out.
I was just saying, you're coming in a little bit hot. We'll tune you down just a tad.
I think he was referring to maybe when we called into KMT.
Oh.
I'll figure it out.
Okay. And lots of, that was another thing. But the main topic that we got into is the feminization of our culture and the destructive damage that it has done. And I think we had a very good discussion on that. I think SJJ, who was originally from China and is now a naturalized American citizen, wrote an absolutely spot-on article on really where it's going. And we do a lot. And as I said, politics is very important, but culture drives the politics. Politics is just a reflection of any moment in time in our culture. And if we do this, if we continue to have this war on the straight white male, it's ever going to wind up in a train wreck of epidemic proportions. And it's never too late to straighten that out. And it's always better to straighten it out before the big crash happens and we have a bigger mess that's coming on. So go back. Those of you who are listening to KMET, you might want to check out that first half hour, which is on IE Newswire on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. And it's all archived, so you can listen to it any time of day. We're going to shift gears a little bit on this. For a coming weekend attraction. We brought you a little preview of it last week, and we've had the Let Them Play folks on. We've been talking about getting the kids back to school. We've all heard the reports, and I think most people can, there's always going to be a dissenter somewhere in the deal. But kids especially been hurt the past almost year on this. Not only been able to not have activities to do, all the things, hence not even taking the learning part into it, just for being outdoors, having fun, playing. You can't do this, you can't do that, da-da-da-da-da. Well, another event that aims to turn that around is coming up in Winchester tomorrow at 1 o'clock. It's the AK Bucking Bulls. We have Ashley Chaffin in to give you a preview on that. So, Ashley, welcome to IE Newswire with Steph and Roy.
Hi, thank you guys for having me.
So tell us about your event tomorrow.
Yes, so it starts at 1 p.m. tomorrow. We are going to have the AK Bucking Bulls riders out there. So we would love for you guys to come out and support and learn a little bit more about bucking bulls and about the future of rodeo. And these kids want to eventually be world champion bull riders.
Yes, and more important, just to go out and do something, for being cooped up all this time, of that. I mean, it's now more important probably in probably most of our lifetime's history of doing that, just because of all the stuff that's been going on the last 10 months. Just getting kids out and getting the hands-on experience. And, we had a discussion about men and women and this and that. But getting back to this.
And that would definitely help with that.
Yes, get the kids out there. And some of them may not like rodeo. But the ones that do, encourage them to do. This is what we got to get back to, is back to the natural order of things, how things should be done. Tell us about
definitely, bull riding is not for every child, like you said, but, it does have a huge fan base. And just because you may not have the strength or courage to get on a live animal doesn't mean that you can't cheer somebody else on that is reaching their goals and practicing for something. So it's exciting. It's an adrenaline sport. It's just like NASCAR. I don't personally go and drive a fast car, but I love cheering them on. And, we are a huge rodeo family, and we love all kids. We welcome everybody. My daughter will be out there. She's our rodeo queen riding her horse, so a lot of the kids like to see her pony. We'll be out there. We have a raffle going on. We have vendors coming out there. It's a big, huge, open space. So there's plenty of room to social distance and come out and cheer on the kids. They are the future, and they are super excited to go to Winchester to a new facility and have a bigger facility than what we were used to last year. And we were able to maintain our whole season last year and just have an association and a group of people that supported them so that they could be normal and they could have a good time and still live out their dreams, not with safety precautions there, of course, but, not limited to, no, you can't do this and you can't do that. And these kids need an outlet, and we are the outlet for the future of rodeo and for anybody that wants to come and support them. So we're excited.
Yes, and, I
can't wait. I've never been to one, but I am so excited. Like, my kids they're stoked too.
And that's the great joy in something like this, especially kids that have never had this experience of doing it and exposing them. And again, you can take 10 of them, maybe 2 or 3 just that ain't their cup of tea, and 3 or 4 maybe that, but you might have 2 or 3 that are really just take it up and want to do it. And that's what this is all about. Learning and doing and experiencing this stuff.
Exactly.
You should not. This is my thing. You should not, or my thing, whether it's kids or anybody, don't limit yourself. Even if you don't think you like it, if you never try it, you'll never know for sure. That's the only way you're going to know. You can't think of it or this and that, or convince yourself of that, or people telling you, oh, it's too dangerous, or this and that, just go for it.
Yes, believe it or not, we have way more of our members get hurt riding bikes, skateboards, scooters than we do. We have bullfighters out there, and you guys will be able to see that tomorrow. And so we have cowboy protectors, lifesavers is what we call them, in the arena at all times, and they're out there to be of assistance to the cowboy and getting off safely. But my son puts in so much work into his livestock by basically training them and sitting on them and turning them into pets. So you guys will see that tomorrow, that these bulls are very used to the kids, and it's still an adrenaline sport, but they're definitely calmed down. They're not like the big, huge, crazy ones you see on TV. But it's a lot of fun, and we are excited to have you guys have us on to give a little bit more exposure to the city of Winchester, and we are excited to bring it there. So we've been in Norco this last year, but we're excited to bring it to a new location that's bigger and fits our family a little bit better with more space.
I love it. I can't wait. And there's going to be a saloon there too, right?
Yes, ma'am. There is a saloon there. It's a historical saloon. Actually, the real saloon that was there burnt down a few years back.
I'm not. I was just doing a little plug. just in case.
You know, and that's why she opened up her facility to us. She really wanted us, you know, we're working together. So she's helping us, and we're helping her by bringing revenue to her facility.
See?
And so we would love for you not to bring ice chests and go into the saloon and support Patty Porter. She's an amazing lady that's been supporting the future of the sport for many years. 20 years ago, I was doing junior rodeo at this arena. So it's a awesome facility. Everybody has a lot of history there, and we are really excited to have you guys out. And thank you for having us on and learning a little bit more about what youth rodeo is.
I can add a little anecdotal evidence to your claim that you can get hurt riding a bike over a bull, because I think
Here we go.
It's on video. Well, it's on videotape on here. Well, it was a couple of weeks ago with Roy with the scars all over his face crashing the bike. So, yeah, I mean, what other evidence do you need that it's more dangerous to ride a bike than a bull?
But even so, everything is dangerous, and I think this is a great thing, because it teaches the kids how to be responsible, how to love an animal, how to take care of them,
Yes.
and everything else about riding them and all that. I'm really excited to go check it out. I'm like bummed that
Yes,
this is
and
the first time I've heard of it.
Yes, and if anybody has any questions, we will be open tomorrow there. And if anybody wants to learn more about what it is or how they get their kids involved, please message me on, Facebook or Instagram, or pull me aside tomorrow and let me know what you want to know about it, and we'll get you in the right direction.
Tell them where this is at, how they can come out tomorrow there in Winchester starting at 1 o'clock on that. Give them a preview of what all the particulars. Ashley Chaffin.
Yes, so we will be there. We will have food. We will have a raffle. There is a saloon there. It kicks off at 1 o'clock with our national anthem and our prayers. And we are super excited. You know, rodeo is all about freedom, faith, family. And we are excited to open up, you know, our doors to you guys and have you guys come and support.
Thank you very much. Hope to see you out there tomorrow on that, and be a very successful event. Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you, Ashley. I can't wait. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, Stephanie and Roy. Bye.
Bye. You know what? I love these girls. They're they're the sweetest. I can't wait to go out there and meet them. But I had the image over your face the whole time. I'm so sorry. Knowing that I made a joke about how I was covering you, and I was like, bye, Roy, but I never hit the live. I never pushed it live, so it was covered the whole time.
Does that prove S.J. Chain's article in Evie any more than anything? Yeah. Yeah. Let's just X out.
Well, you have a woman here doing a man's job, so whatever.
As you do that, we're talking about rodeo and the white man wearing the cowboy hat. Let's just X him out of this whole equation on that.
I'm sorry. My bad. Really, I didn't hit the push live. But they got to look at the graphics the whole time with all the details on there, so maybe it was intentional in that sense. But I'm sorry. Go out tomorrow and meet us out in Winchester. It'll be really fun.
See, I don't even have to say anything. You will actually prove my case without even saying anything.
Prove your case for what?
So the war on the straight white male.
It was just a flyer.
If you wanted this, what do? We X out the strong man in the cowboy hat talking about how to get your kid out of from behind the 3x5 screen. Take him out there and teach him how to ride a bucking bull. Let's X that out.
I didn't X it out. I just placed a thing over your face. It's fine. I kept your mic on, though, so you're welcome.
Wow, thank heaven for little favors. There we go with the snoring. Again.
Shut up. I gotta be serious. Stop. We're doing a show. Anyways. What else are we supposed to talk about? I feel so bad.
No, you don't.
But I do. And I don't know why. That's why I'm laughing. Anyways, thank you, Ashley, for coming on.
Yes. It is. It's really a great event out there, even though, as the aforementioned, I tried to get shoved out the door on the whole process. But a triple snort.
Stop. Anyways. Oh my gosh, I'm like crying. I'm laughing so hard. Yeah, so it starts at 1. I can't be serious. I can't do the show anymore. It's done. I'll go ahead and post the flyer and the event. No, you know what? On IE Newswire on Facebook, we do have the event that I actually posted the other day. So go click on there and make sure you say that you're going or you're interested, and it'll prompt it.
I'm going to go serious and watch the pout come on over here.
Crap. Why are you going serious?
Yeah. Oh, stop.
We were having a great
serious.
laugh.
No,
we didn't even need to bring out the kitten videos. Now you're going to go serious on
Well,
us?
because that's what you said.
Come on.
That's what you said. See, when I bring out, when I deliver what you want, it's still wrong.
It's always wrong. This is why I sit in my corner like I'm in trouble. Makes sense. Carry on. Bring out your boring crap. It's fine.
Wow. Wow.
I'm just telling it like it is. I'm sorry. It's so hot in here now. I'm getting a hot flash. Okay. Who's joining us tomorrow? It'll be great. It's going to be beautiful weather, though.
Yeah. Hopefully. Is the rain supposed to flush out tomorrow, or am I throwing rain on the parade?
I don't know. Maybe. We could talk about the stimulus check that moms are going to be getting.
Sex picket three-way fund ended as the Congresswoman
Where's that?
Katie Hill's career amid hubby's ex-battle and ex-couple makes nice in court. Remember the old Throuple deal coming on Katie Hill, who had to
Throuple.
resign her Congress seat, which is District 25, I believe, in California, which takes in, I think, San Fernando Valley, Simi Valley, up in that north end LA, east end Ventura County part of that. Yeah, her husband and that. Well, she, the nude pictures of her and the female part, or her other female partner that were there, and she's brushing her hair, and all the other ones that she alleged that her husband threw out there, and that. Well, it looks like they're going to have an amicable settlement in court and all that coming on that. But and of course, I never heard of the term throuple until that deal came on that. But I mean, it's kind of a unique term.
I'm lost on all of this. I mean, I've heard of throuple. Why? Shut up. Whatever.
Do we have the one up there on the $2,400 on the? Anyway, there was a story on ABC7 that now, and it is, and it goes back to
this
the
is ridiculous.
Article.
See, this right here, this one pisses me off because all the men out there should be mad that women are getting paid, but they're not. You know how many men are at home with their children? This is like sexist completely. That one pissed me off. I don't want to get paid to be a mom. I'm a mom.
You're getting close. Yes, it's ridiculous. Do you want
It's stupid.
It's like everything. You want the government to...
I mean, but I'll take the money, though, if we're giving it out.
Running the schools, feeding your kids, telling you where, how, and why, and how you can work. Everything. You want to give up your free will and freedom to let the government do that. You know how that ends? In a freaking disaster. Venezuela. You want to live like the communist in the Chinese Communist Party? That's where you're headed with that stuff. Again, you should be back to the, whatever, if you want to say it the sexist, with the male, the family, the mom and the dad, or whatever, provide for the family, the food, clothing, and shelter for the kids, you shouldn't be. Schools should not be 8 to 6 p.m. daycare centers. We should not be feeding them lunch, breakfast, and dinner, and then in between, and babysitting them all across the board, like schools became to be, where everybody's getting this, everybody's getting fed the industrial slop of food they call at the schools.
But I like that, though. Especially for the kids that don't get food at home. I thought that was really nice. And that's
where the family, the mother and father should be providing that. They should have the economic opportunity to go out there and do that and not be stuck behind the government regulations, all the stuff going on. I did find it, and I wanted to get to this one. GM will sell only zero-emission vehicles by 2035. The move is one of the most ambitious in the auto industry and is a piece of a broader plan for the company to become carbon neutral in 2024. First, there's no such thing as carbon neutral or anything. Everything uses resources at one way or the other. And where did this stuff start? None other than Gavin Newsom, who said right after he was elected governor and campaigned on it, by 2030, all cars in California will be electric.
That scares me.
It should.
It does. And I don't know nothing about nothing. And that scares me. Shut up. It does. What happens when the battery charger dies or like it doesn't work anymore?
Well,
then
again,
what?
Even
little Timmy broke his leg.
Even if we wanted to, we aren't even close to having the infrastructure, the power delivery, to the battery capacity to run probably 20% of what we're doing today in transportation on electric vehicles. And nowhere in the future is that ever going to be. But again, the government trying to mandate this stuff is going to run in disaster. This was the problem of the bailouts of 2010 between Biden and Obama and taking over General GM stands for Government Motors. It's no longer General Motors. They're being dictated by the government.
I thought you were serious.
to be well, they basically are. There is no more.
I'm like, that doesn't sound right.
There is no more independent car company as General Motors was for almost 100 years. Now they are, because they took the money of the government, and it's just like you take the money, now you have to, the government can come into your house 24/7 when you sign up for the welfare benefits and everything else and all that, and just look at the unemployment fraud that's going on. You want the DMV, the unemployment department, and on and on and on. That's what you have to look for if you're depending on somebody else to run your life. And that's what we got to get. You get that concept out of your head and get back to the natural, which is you should be running your life. You should have the benefits of whatever wealth or energy you put into anything, and everybody and their brother shouldn't be trying to steal it out of your pocket or telling you what and how to do, as long as you're not harming someone else.
Ken writes in on Twitch, and he has a great point. So how are they going to how can a truck pull something decent without using fossil fuels? Electric vehicles pulling fifth wheels and boats with a question mark. Roy will come and give you a hand. He'll push.
Yeah. See how that works out for you. Great point. I mean, that's
no,
what I'm
he does
saying.
have a good point.
Even if you
I mean, but I do like the cars where it's like you can plug it in or do the gas too. I mean, if you want to be like savvy, that's cool, I guess. But I don't trust little plugs going into a car. That's just not right. It's not a freaking vacuum. It's not. It's scary. It's like a little motorized car.
Wonder who you're sounding like.
Shut up. I didn't even say that. We need kid videos.
Join us out at the rodeo tomorrow at Winchester, and now come out, bring your kids, have a great time, teach them something, get them out.
Go do something different.
Get them away from this, please.
Or shut up. Just do something different.
Yes.
But bring your phone so you can take pictures and share with all your friends how much fun you had at AK Bucking Bulls.
Bring back the Polaroids and the Kodak.
Oh, yeah. Let's do that. That's a great idea.
Throw these in the trash.
No, don't do that.
Tell them.
We're gone.
Weekend Monday.